If you're looking for a new Middle Eastern fragrance, these are the top 5 in my collection at the moment. These are the fragrances that I personally reach for regularly, and if I had to choose the top 5 Middle Eastern fragrances in my collection of all time, I would say these are the ones that I'm gravitating towards the most right now, and the ones that I would personally recommend if you're interested in some really high quality options. As you know, I talk about Middle Eastern fragrances here a lot, so I have quite the collection, but these are my top 5. If you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Anya. I love fragrances and I talk about them here every single week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, along with a ton of bonus content in between. In general, I talk about fragrances from all different price points, but I really love focusing on Middle Eastern perfumes often because I find that they can be some really amazing perfumes if you are on a budget. If you're looking for something that's like high quality but still pretty affordable, Middle Eastern fragrances have really amped up their quality, especially recently. Some of these newer releases are so good, and when I compare them to what was on the market even a few years back, the improvement is considerable. So I have here 5 fragrances. Some of them are newer. A lot of them are old favorites that I absolutely love. But if I had to slim down my collection and pick my top 5, these are the ones that I personally love and reach for the most. And by the way, I do have fragrances in here for women and men. Obviously, fragrances can be worn by anyone. But if you are looking for something that is for the men, I have a few options in this video as well that are top notch and really, really good. So first up is a new fragrance that I am obsessed with. This is newer to my collection and already it's one of my top fragrances because it's just so good. This is from Paris Corner. It's called Tuskin Marina. And I love this fragrance. Like, I love this fragrance. I was so impressed by this because sometimes grapefruit and citrus notes in particular can lean a little bit too generic. Sometimes they can smell like cleaning product. And in this case, it's not. It smells so good. So you have top notes of tropical orange and grapefruit, a mid of lily of the valley, jasmine, and peach, and then a base of musk and blackcurrant. When I tell you, this is like a photorealistic grapefruit scent that also smells a little bit perfumey, but not in a bad way. Think of like a Chanel Chance fragrance, like the Chanel Chance pink fragrance. If you want grapefruit that smells kind of like that, this is a really good, affordable alternative that I just love. I can't really try them side by side because I don't own that fragrance, but when I talk about, or when I consider like a perfumey grapefruit, this is what I think about. It's so good. I really like it. This genuinely makes me feel happy whenever I smell it. It's one of my favorite fragrances right now. It's like a zesty grapefruit. I love it. And it's really affordable too. Like, yeah, so Tuskin Marina, I love this fragrance. I think this is really good. Right now it's not getting a ton of hype, but I would say this is one of my favorite fragrances that I've seen released so far this year. It's really good in my opinion. I think it's a great option. This next fragrance is a classic one that has really stood the test of time. This has already been released for a few years now, and I'm putting it in this video because despite the new fragrance releases coming out, this has stuck out to me as one of the best Middle Eastern fragrances in my collection. It's one of my most worn. I love this fragrance. I'm talking about, of course, Al Haramain's Junun Noir. This is fantastic, especially if you're looking for a beautiful velvety vanilla fragrance. I love this perfume. And I'll be wearing this a lot, I think, in the winter time or like in the fall. I love this scent. This literally, to me, embodies like what velvet would smell like. It's so good. So let's get into the notes. We have top notes of kumquat and lime, a mid of orris, violet, jasmine, and lily of the valley, and then a base of vanilla, musk, sandalwood, and cedar. Here I really get the vanilla, of course, and it has like a bit of woodiness to it. I think it has a bit of like fruitiness too with the kumquat. The lime is not like too citrusy. I think the lime just like makes it a little bit lighter, but I don't really get the lime here as much, like not like in like an overtly citrusy way. I definitely get like that pillowy vanilla with the sandalwood. It's such a beautiful scent. yeah, this literally smells like, to me, what velvet would smell like. It's so beautiful. And I definitely think it's one of the most elegant scents in my collection as well. I love using this as a base to layer with other fragrances, other floral fragrances even. This is such a gorgeous perfume. It's a perfect scent if you want something that will last all day, but it's not too like overt. A little bit goes a long way. It's a beautiful perfume and it literally smells so elegant. I love this scent. And I also do love that it lasts all day. It is quite a powerhouse perfume. And I'm trying to see, oh my goodness, I've literally, like, I'm like up to here. Yeah, I've like gone through half of this perfume. And considering that I have a pretty big collection, that's saying something. If I'm going through half a fragrance, you can tell that I love it. And I love this perfume, Junun Noir. So good, chef's kiss. So next up we have a fragrance by Lattafa. This is Liam, and I instantly think this is another great, elegant option. This is marketed towards men. I think it can be worn by anyone. This is really good, and it has top notes of, let's get into this, cardamom, fig, black tea, a mid of iris, vetiver, and labdanum, and then a base of vanilla, sandalwood, tonka, and patchouli. So with this fragrance, I get that fig note, but it's very like aromatic. I can definitely tell the tea in here as well, but it has a gorgeous vanilla. This is a wonderful unisex vanilla. I love the fig here. It's very vanillic, so like that's definitely something to note here. So it smells kind of similar to Gris Charnel by BDK, but in my opinion they're pretty different. They're not that similar, and the key difference is this one is more focused on the vanilla, so you have like that pillowy velvety vanilla, and the BDK Gris Charnel, like, it's more aromatic. So this is going to be more focused on the vanilla. So if you want something that's like more vanilla driven, this is really good. I love it. I love it a lot. Yeah, it's one of my favorites, and I would say like one of my favorite buys of this year so far. I think it's really great, and right now it's like $25. It's pretty affordable. I'll link all these fragrances down below, of course. But yeah, this is pretty affordable for what you get. It's really good. I think this can be worn by anyone, even though it's marketed towards men. I don't know if I'm blinding you. Am I blinding you? I don't think so. It's really bright in here. But yeah, I think this is really good. Quite underrated as well. Liam by Lattafa. Next up is a fragrance by Afnan. This is Mystique Bouquet, and it's a newer addition to my collection, and boy oh boy am I impressed by this. This is such a good perfume, and fragrances like these just make me really impressed by how far affordable Middle Eastern scents have gone, and have come in terms of quality. This is really good. A little bit goes a long way. This will last you the entire day, but it's not like overt, but it has a very like a powerful sillage. Even if you don't smell on yourself, other people will be able to smell you. This has top notes of white peach, mandarin orange, bergamot, and lychee, a mid of peony, orange blossom, mahonia, and vetiver, and then a base of musk, ambroxan, oak moss, and vanilla. Ambroxan is probably like the reason why I love the scent so much, because I love this scent, and I think the ambroxan really helps this scent travel a lot. So this literally smells, it smells like citrusy a little bit, but the hero note here is definitely the peach. It's like a juicy white peach. It smells phenomenal, and it's just such a good like everyday scent, and it's like it's pretty. It smells pretty, and I like that about it. Plus the bottle is beautiful as well. I would say if you're looking for like a girly scent that's still kind of like elegant, and I don't want to say like mature, but like womanly, this is that. It's so beautiful, and what I like about this is that the lychee is not too overt. Like when I first was like looking at this fragrance, I was thinking, okay, is the lychee gonna be too sharp? And it's not. It's a very fruity lychee, but I love this scent. It's one of my favorites right now, and I've been making a little baby dent in here, which is impressive considering I've only had this for a few weeks, but already I'm in love with this. It's in my top 5, easy. I've been wearing this a ton, even my day-to-day life. It's one of my favorites right now. This next perfume, I've arguably saved one of the best fragrances for last. This perfume competes with niche. This perfume smells like a niche fragrance, and it's like a fraction of the price. It's like $20, and I'm like blown away by how good this is. I've literally um, given this to people to smell, and they think it's niche. It's gorgeous. I love the scent. It's by MAA Hamra. It's Kismet. I talk about this perfume a lot, and for good reason. This is one of the best fragrances in my collection. It's like easily top 10. I love this perfume. If I lost this bottle, I would go and buy another one like literally the same day. It is gorgeous and it's an essential in my collection. It has top notes of woody notes, nutmeg, a mid of patchouli, sandalwood, cacao, and coffee, and then a base of vanilla and vetiver. Okay, if you love vetiver, this is the fragrance. It's beautiful. It's also like slightly spicy. It smells like very elegant. Like if I smell this on a guy, like it would be over. Well, not really, but like this is so good. It's like sensual but not too overt. Like this is like the kind of fragrance that draws people to you. This is really, really good. The sillage on this is phenomenal. It makes me so happy to smell it. I love this perfume. It literally smells so elegant and beautiful, and it's so affordable. It's like insane how affordable this fragrance is considering the quality. It's beautiful. Like it literally smells so elegant, and this is a slept on fragrance. No one talks about this. And I don't understand why. I think it's because like the notes kind of like the notes don't look as good as the fragrance smells. Does that make any sense? The notes kind of look, I don't want to say boring. I mean, the notes look good, but when I think of like this fragrance, I don't even think of the notes individually. I just think of like this fragrance as being like a not earthy patchouli, but yes, patchouli, but more focused on the vetiver, lightly spicy. I just think of this fragrance as a very elegant scent. This is gorgeous. It's so versatile too. Like if I had to choose like maybe like a handful of fragrances I would wear for the rest of my life for any occasion, I would say this because this can be worn day, night, any season. It's not too heavy, it's not too cloying. It's like a velvety fragrance. I love this perfume. It's so, so good. You know what? Now that we're at the end of this video, let's make things a little bit spicy by ranking these perfumes. So if I had to rank them, and keep in mind I love all of these perfumes, if I lost any one of these fragrances, I'd buy them again. But if I had to rank them, this is how I'd do it. So bottom 5, or the 5th place is Liam. Why? Because I don't find myself wearing this one a lot. Like I kind of get sick of the scent profile pretty easily. I love it, but like sometimes I have to take breaks from it. And I love this scent. Don't get me wrong, but there's a reason why I wouldn't wear this every day because like it just wouldn't. It's just not that fragrance for me. So yeah, 5th place Liam, 4th place Junun Noir for a similar reason. I would also kind of get sick of the scent profile. I would also kind of get sick of the scent profile over time, but I really, really love it. I think it's beautiful and it's so elegant. Great. This is a must-have. Again, keep in mind, I've used up half of it. It's really fantastic. Then, Tuskin Marina. Again, I love the scent. I love how it's like elegant and there's like that grapefruit there, and I'm very picky with my citruses. A lot of citrus fragrances I don't like. I love this. I think this is really good. Mystique Bouquet by Afnan. Fantastic. It smells like it's peach, but not too peachy. It's elegant. It's not like an overt gourmand. It's nothing predictable. It's very unique and interesting. I love this perfume. I wear this constantly and it's one of my favorites. It's so, so good and I think it's fantastic. So 2nd place, Mystique Bouquet. My top all-time favorite fragrance as of now is Kismet. This is number 1, 1st place. So good. So good. Stellar option. Phenomenal. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And I bought this a few months ago, and look at the dent. Look at that dent. So keep in mind, Junun Noir has the biggest dent, but also I've had this for, I think, a few years now. Kismet, I've had it for a few months, and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna get another one of these. I probably should, because I really love it. This is really fantastic. One of my favorite fragrances. I love it. It's good. It's really, really good. But yeah, my camera just got overheated, so I have to wrap things up here rather quickly, but that's pretty much it for this video. These are my top 5 Middle Eastern fragrances that I love, are my essentials. These are must-haves in my collection. I am planning on purchasing a lot more decants of other Middle Eastern perfumes because I really want to have all the updated reviews for you, and I don't want to buy the bottles myself because like I have about 10 fragrances that I'm eyeing that I want to review. I can't buy all of them. 10, 15? Yeah, that would be too much. Yeah, I think it's like 15 fragrances that I'm going to be getting decants of, and I'll be giving you my reviews on those. So of course this list might change, but for now, these are really good and I highly recommend them. Thank you so much for watching till the end. I hope this was useful to you, and I'll see you next time.